Hey, welcome back to this. Dusting out names, figuring stuff out. Panicky. What was I gonna do for this one? Myths, monsters, and math is a name I'm thinking about. I don't know what the myths part would be, but for monsters, I'm gonna keep talking about D&D stuff, which will include monster stuff. And I've been doing, well, it's more engineering than math, but I've been doing stuff like that in my free time. Thinking about designing a 2-layered pond. Oh yeah. Sorry about the fact that this is in a car. I got some bad news. I'll talk about it later. Maybe. But I've been thinking about designing a 2-layered pond with a small waterfall. With a little tubing system at the bottom so that the water will flow from the bottom one to the top one, which will then overfill and create a waterfall. Sorry, I'm turning up the music to try and block out some of the car sounds. I don't know if that's something anybody wants, but this is what we've got. Generic music. Although I could probably change that. I might do that later. But the way that the waterfall project would work, I'm very off topic because of the bad news. It's distracting me a lot. The waterfall project would work by having the lower of the two setups, probably on the right, have a small tube at the bottom going down, up, and sideways into the secondary pond that's on a higher elevation. The tubes would have to be on the bottom for the lower one, like the hole going up and down, and then left and right for the higher one, because if it's set up any other way, the water won't flow correctly. The water will push itself down the tube and push it around and then up the curve due to its own weight and water's natural smoothness flowing downward, I guess. Like everything flows downward, which is what I was originally going to say, but that's not exactly a helpful description for what it is. The water's pushing its own weight down and then back up the tube, which is why it would need to be down for the lower part, but sideways for the upper part, because if it's down on both of them, it'll push into whatever's lower, which in theory would always be the bottom one, because it's constantly draining easier. Or the water would overfill the sides of the pond and just spill out everywhere, which is distinctly not a pond at that point. There are people in my way. Why are you stopped right there of all places? I'm just trying to get to a gas station, people. It should not be this hard. Ugh. But the waterfall one would have a small overflow area on whatever side the other pond is on, so it just pushes it over. Why are people so bad at driving? I know I'm one of them, but still. I'm just trying to get gas, people. I'll talk about other ideas I have in a minute or two. I have to get gas. But I'm trying to create content so that there is content later. Thank you for listening, if anyone's even listening.